Do people who slept around a lot have issues with long-term monogamy later on in life? Probably different person to person, but do PPL with prior open lifestyle face challenges adjusting to committed monogamous life later in life? Are there studies about it? Edit 1. With sleeping a lot I meant probably around 25 partners. With monogamy I meant one relationship for rest of life, not serial monogamy. Edit 2. Thank you everyone. A lot of you have confirmed that there are cheaters and there are no cheaters, and prior lifestyle is no indication of that. That's the answer I was looking for. I got the criteria. Been married for 4 years now, together for 6. Never been real tempted to cheat. It gets frustrating sometimes as the wife is less sexually minded than myself. However, even when I was more sexually active I wasn't exactly having more sex than I am now. Just with more people. So really I'd just like to be having more sex now. I was married and monogamous for 6 years. Divorced and slept around a lot for 3 years. Now I am married and monogamous for the past 9 years. I have not found it difficult. It is going to vary wildly from person to person probably. It also depends on how fulfilling they find their sex life in the new relationship. It's important to remember that correlation causation. A lot of people have a lot of short, unstable relationships because they lack relationship skills or have low self-esteem. A lot of people have a lot of casual sex during periods of instability or when they are struggling mentally. Those people would have a higher divorce rate with or without the sex. Not everyone who has had a lot of past relationships or casual partners falls into those categories. No, I have slept with many men. I am in a monogamous relationship for many years now and I fucking love him. I'm more in love every single day. I never think about anyone else. Yes and no. For one, there are lots of different motivations for why some people sleep around a lot, especially in their youth, and there are studies, sure, but everything in life varies from person to person. Nope. Had my slutty time. Slept around. Had my fun. 15-ish or so guys in 8 years. Now I'm married and life is great, smiling face with hearts. Been with him for 6 years total and I've never wanted anything or anyone else. I love him so much. No issues. Edited to expand. Add context. Ideally it shouldn't matter, but statistics say otherwise. I got around a lot late teens, early 20s. Married 25 years and he cheated, so divorced. Only slept with one guy after divorced and we have been together 10 years. No regrets. My experience has paid off for both of us. Cool. For me, not really. I didn't believe in dating when I was younger, just wanted to test the waters. I started an actual relationship at 26 and we have been together for the past 3 years and even have a kid. No. When I'm in a relationship I'm very loyal. When I'm not in a relationship then I'll sleep with whomever I want. I can only speak about myself. I increased my partner count a lot post-divorce. I struggle with settling down a little. And always have what-ifs and think of other women more often now. I don't cheat, but increasing number of sexual partners has changed me a little bit. I'm now careful to not sleep with people as I want to get past that. Not at all. I was at a very different time in my life and a very different person. I'm also far happier now. So it can be argued that people who are having sex with a bunch of randos are not in a stable place in life. I slept around a lot when I was young. Now I've been happily married for 15 years and I've never strayed. If I wanted to, I would talk to my wife first. What makes cheating immoral is the deception, not necessarily the act itself. For some, yes, but it's like gambling. Some people can, some can't. I was a slut for years and when I found the one, monogamy came naturally. 100 partners while single in teens 20s. Wife only for 40 years now. Not a problem. I don't trust people who've done that as potential partners just 'cause statistics say it does lead to higher chances of divorce. My GF has only been with one other person BC. She wants to love someone before she has sex with them. That's a beautiful quality in a person emo, so I'd never settle for someone without such a quality. Nah, was a hoe for most of my life until like 28 and have been with someone for 5 years now. I'm actually glad I got it out of my system. Sleeping around seems more non-emotional attachment. Settling down and sleeping with only one person who you connect with on a deeper level and your needs are being met. It's not hard at all. No. When you single you roll, when you in relationship stick there. I was a very active young person. Met the one and settled down into a great monogamous life. Depends on if they're sleeping around due to trauma and avoidance or whether they're just having a good time. I know people that have slept around quite a bit and are now happily married with children. And others that have never settled down or have cheated on every partner. And from what I know of some of them, it's due to parental trauma. Not saying being married with kids is the only way to be happy. But the ones I have seen that sleep around and have trouble being monogamous aren't being honest. And are very troubled. Not being conscientious about their choices. Me and my best friend both married our first girlfriends. Our other friend was huge into sleeping around. IDK his exact number. But it's a lot. He's even paid for 3 ways and stuff. He's been in a monogamous relationship for like 4 years now. No issues. And no cheating. Also, anytime he did get in a relationship with someone, he would not cheat. Cheaters cheat. Your sexual promiscuity does not say anything about that. Also, none of us wanted or had kids. So it didn't impact him there. The rest of my friends fall into the more normal group. Dated some before finding someone they could stay with. I've fucked more people than I can count. Been with my BF for a year now with 0 issues. Sleeping around doesn't dictate a person's ability to settle down and be faithful. I had more sex partners than I can recall in my youth. But settled down happily to 3 consecutive monogamous LTRs of 4, 14, and 7 years thereafter. I've been in poly and monogamous relationships. Each time I've gone back to monogamy, I've always felt something missing. I don't think so. I think the more relationships you have, the better you are at relationships. The more sex you have, the better you are at sex. However, I don't think they are connected. In my personal experience, it made 0 difference. Just as easy as a person can change who they are. Sleeping around is an active decision and life choice, so while yes, it is possible most people remain the same throughout their life. Yes, it's very difficult to stay faithful. You need to have strong impulse control, especially if you still got it. Been with over 120 women. I've been in both monogamous and poly relationships. No issues with monogamy as I'm approaching middle age. I'm too tired for that shit. Rolling on the floor laughing. I know of a marriage that is currently heading toward divorce. Cheater has declared they are polyamorous and are doing nothing wrong despite not having the consent of her wife. The wife being cheated on has very few partners prior to marriage, while the cheater had many. I've known the cheater a long time. And honestly, I was surprised when they got married because they loved everything about single life prior to meeting the nice woman they married. I am sure she loved her at one time. But her basic nature, really not the marrying type. Woman shrugging. No, this is an incel take. People go through phases all the time.